Hello and welcome to the OMG show. And today we're going to be talking about a concept that I had to learn the hard way. And that concept comes from essentially, one of my favorite sales movies, Glengarry, Glenn Ross, right? The old ABC always be closing bit. But we're not going to be as aggressive with that today. And it's really, instead of ABC, it's going to be ABS. Okay. So rather than always be closing, it's always be selling. All right. And I know the idea of selling can kind of be a double-edged sword for many people, especially if you're just starting out. Depending on how much you're generating in revenue, sales, it's like, all right, let's keep going, let's keep making them, let's keep doing it. Or it can be a very intimidating aspect of your business. And I know it's kind of, like, what are you talking about? Sales being intimidating your business, right? But in fact, many entrepreneurs have a hard time selling because there is kind of a stigma against selling, right? You don't want to feel like that old car, used car salesman type of vibe going on with your business. And so, the navigating how to stay integral to your business, respect your customers, but yet generate profit can be a very challenging, balance for many entrepreneurs in the beginning. But at the end of the day, you are a business, and a business needs sales in order to succeed, to move forward. It's the lifeline of your business. You need to generate sales. And so I kind of want to tell you about a story that happened to me, so that way you can kind of put it into perspective for you and kind of think about sales in a different way. Okay, so back in 2018, I had the opportunity to buy this amazing business, right? It was the ideal business. It's something that I wanted to create for myself anyways, and I figured it'd be a great jumpstart. And I bought into that business. And we realized that, after talking to, a few of the customers, right, we wanted to hit the ground listening. Many of them, wanted to have a more streamlined process behind the scenes, right? They wanted to have a better member experience. And so we took that into account, and we're like, you know what, let's go ahead and pause sales. It was a recurring revenue business, right? So we knew, the following month we were going to have, recurring revenue coming into the business. So we were like, let's go ahead and stop new sales from coming in, and let's just focus on our current members, and let's go ahead and spend 3 months just focusing and reworking the content and just getting in touch with our members. And so it all sounded like it was the right thing to do. It sounded like, okay, this is going to make so much more sense, and at the end we're going to have a much better product. What ended up happening, though, is that over the course of those 3 months, churn was also occurring. Okay, and churn means we were losing members. And it doesn't matter what you do or what offers you have or how good you are, you're going to be losing people every single month in a monthly membership kind of business, right? That's why you have churn. So you need to have that lifeblood coming in so you can replace the churn. Okay, and as long as that lifeline is greater than the churn, you're pretty much going to be okay. Unfortunately, for 3 months, the churn was greater because we weren't bringing in any new members, right? We were solely focusing on the members that didn't matter what we were doing, we would still have that churn. Okay. And then by the time that we decided, oh, wow, we're losing a lot of people, we actually need to start bringing in new members, right? This was after 3 months. It was very hard to get any results using any kind of Facebook ads or any kind of online ads in general. Old strategies that worked before weren't working. And that's the case, for many businesses, right? The moment you start a Facebook campaign or any kind of online campaign doesn't mean it's going to guarantee to work the first time, right? There's going to be some kind of testing period, some kind of optimization period before you can start to scale. And so again, as we're testing, as we're optimizing, we're still having that churn, right? So we're losing even more members, which means the following month we're bringing in less into the business, and we still have expenses, right? We have the payment for what we bought. We had people on our team that we were supporting, so on and so forth. Okay, so long story short, what ended up happening is that after about 9 or 10 months, we couldn't never really replace the damage that those first 3 months did, and we ultimately had to give the business back. Okay, and again, that's where the idea of always be selling comes into play, because if we would have started with that concept beforehand, we could have brought in new members while at the same time focusing on the current members and rebuilding and so on and so forth. And so at the time, that mentality felt correct, right? That let's go ahead and stop the sales, focus on our members, create a better product. That felt right. It felt like it was the right thing to do, the right way to move forward, right? We also had this idea of it'd be great to only open up once a quarter to wait lists. But at the same time, if you're not fueling ads, right, to build up the wait list, that's an expense, right? And then you have the churn. So it's a churn plus an expense. And so overall, you're just, you're burning through money at the end of the day if you're not replacing those expenses with new sales. Okay. So what the key to the point, or the point of the story here, is always be selling. Okay. Because at the end of the day, in order for you to help the most people, you need to be in business, right? A business is there to solve problems and provide solutions. And so if you want to help more people, your business needs to be in place. So your business is priority number one. Okay. Yes, your customers are very important and you want to give them the best. But if your business isn't around, you're not going to be able to help your customers. So focus on your business first. Identify, what you need to do to generate more sales and to keep those sales consistent. Always be selling, right? Always be selling. And so you want to make sure you do that. So that way you have the cash flow necessary in order for you to run your business how you like. If I would have, focused on cash flow, we might have been able to bring on more people who could have done more of the heavy lifting for the reorganization, the streamlining, so on and so forth, right? Cash flow is king, right? You need cash flow into your business. You need to sell. Sell brings you cash flow. Okay. And by doing so, you're able to do so many more things to help more people that are currently in your business and also new people that are going to be coming into your business. Okay. So in your business today, if you're not selling, or if you're not selling as best as you can be, think about how you can do it. How can you get more sales? Can you implement a referral system, right? Do you want to generate, can you run ads, either Facebook or Google ads or YouTube ads, right? Is there a way where you can partner with maybe some kind of affiliates to generate more sales? The idea is that you should always be selling. Okay, even if you're in service-based business, can you package up those services into some kind of online products? Okay, always be selling. That's the idea that we got to wrap around inside of our heads as we approach new opportunities with our business. How is this going to add to sales? How is this going to increase our sales? Okay, and by doing so, you have more opportunity, more leverage to help the people you want to help the way you want to help them. All right. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I'll go ahead and see you on the next one.